In this video, we will discuss what are the access control list rules, component of access control list, and types of access control routes. Access control list rules are configured to restrict access to data by defining a set of criteria to be met by users before they interact with the data. To view, create, or update the ACLs, the users would require security admin roles. And to get these rules, the user need to manually elevate themselves to the security admin roles. They can do so from this option here and clicking on Elevate Roles. Then they have to check this box in the pop-up. Checking this box is basically a manual acknowledgement of the responsibility when using this role. Users should note that this role will only last for the duration of the session. Let's type Access Control and click on the Access Control List module. You will see a complete list of all the access control lists that are configured out of the box. To create a new list, click on New, and here we can specify the object and the operation this ACL will secure along with the name, required role, condition, description, and the script details. Please note that Contractual Security Manager protects data by controlling read, write, create, and delete functions. Contractual security secures a record based on the record's content, and the hierarchical security applies security rules to any level in the object hierarchy. Now let's discuss the components of the ACLs. ACLs have three different components: the object, the operation being secured, and the permissions required to access each object. The object is a target to which controlled access is required. The type field that you see here and name field together defines the object. The operation field describes the valid action, such as create, read, write, delete, and the other actions listed in the drop-down menu. The permissions specify the access criteria by one or more roles to the required role list, one or more conditions, or a script that evaluates to false. So here on the screen, you can see the requires role field, the condition field, and the script field. So together, using these three fields, we can define the permissions. It must be noted that to gain access to an object and operation, a user must pass all the permissions listed in the access control. Let's move on to the ACL rule types. There are multiple ACL rules available on the basis of what area, or these are the record ACLs. These are rule types that consist of tables and the field names that you want to secure. If the table or the field on which the ACL is defined is a parent table, the same set of ACL rules apply to any table that extends the parent table. This means that if we write an ACL to a task table, then all those tables that extends the task tables will also follow the same set of ACL rules. Also note that ACL rules first match the object against the table ACL rules, and then matches the object against the field ACL rules. Another ACL type is a process of ACL. These rules secure access to the processes and to access the processes. You can navigate to the system definition from the navigation, and then you can go to the processes. As seen here on the screen within the system definition, we have the processes. Moving on to the next type, this is the UI page. The UI page ACL rule type specifies the UI pages to be secured. And then we have the client callable script includes. These script includes ACL rules specifies the script includes that needs to be secured. And similarly, there are other ACL types which have been defined to secure the different area or the actions within the system. Thank you.